Hello, students. My name is JC Binoy, and I am your SST teacher. And today, I hope you are doing well and are taking care of yourselves and are also taking care of your studies. Do continue with your studies and pay attention to all the videos that we are sending you. Do your assignments on time so that it doesn't pile up and create a huge problem for you all for completion. Okay, so now as I am continuing with the series of revision, today we are going to do revision of understanding diversity. Okay, and this is a chapter from civics, first lesson. Okay, so which lesson are we revising today? We are revising understanding diversity from civics chapter 1 SST grade 6 textbook. Okay, so I hope you all are all geared up, and today I'm just going to look at basic concepts of this chapter, because I understand this chapter is a little difficult to understand. The things that are said, the concepts that are told in this, introduced in this lesson, are a little difficult for us to understand. So let us just focus on things today. Today we are first going to look at unity in diversity. Okay, what are we going to look at? We're going to look at unity in diversity and prejudice. Okay, what are we looking at today? We are only going to revise what is unity in diversity and prejudice. Okay, now why is unity in diversity so important? Unity in diversity is a concept which is the basis of foundation for our Indian freedom. Okay, for India. So when India was independent, became independent, the founding fathers of our constitution, of our country, all the freedom fighters sat together and they thought that because India is so different and because every part of the country has put in their efforts in the freedom struggle, nobody should be left out in terms of enjoying the freedom that we have attained. Okay, so that is why this term, this phrase, unity in diversity, was coined or was introduced by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our first Prime Minister. Okay, and what does unity in diversity mean? It means that we look around, we have so many different people from different parts of our country who are from different states, who follow different religions, who wear different kinds of clothes, who speak differently, who eat differently, who eat different kind of foods. So we are all very different people. We are of different castes, we have different cultures, we have different traditions. In different parts of the country, different festivals are celebrated in different manners. So even though you follow the same religion, sometimes you will find that north of India celebrates a particular religion in a different festival in a different manner. So these are different aspects of our country which are true and which are diverse. Now, to keep this unique diversity and to protect it, this term unity in diversity was introduced. Okay, so it was to remind all the people of our country to remember that India is made up of different people from different castes, from different communities, from different religions, from different regions or states of our country, and every place has its own unique identity. It is different. Okay, so what is unity in diversity? It is where the society is different, completely different, and the people have different creed. Now, what does creed mean? Creed means the religion we follow. Okay, or our beliefs, our faith, it's different, our color is different. Okay, so all this is brings together unity in diversity. So this phrase actually reminds us that though we are different, we, at the end of the day, we are all Indians and we all love our country and we all live in India. Okay, and we all have the right to live in this country freely. Now, as you can see, I've put up images of different parts of the country people, and we are all different. But when we live in a big city, we are all mixed up together. Correct? In many parts of the country, we are all in different areas. So we all see that if you travel by a train, you will see that there are so many different people talking in different languages. They are eating differently, they are behaving differently. whether you're rich, whether you're poor, irrespective of all that, you are different from each other. Everybody is not the same. Even if you sometimes belong to the same state, you will observe that many people from different parts of the state behave differently or eat differently, or and sometimes even wear clothes differently. So this is what we need to remember, that we are diverse. Diverse means different, and India is believes in unity in diversity. And though we are all different, we should actually be living together in peace. This is the idea behind India's independence. Okay, and when this is what our freedom fighter founding fathers of our country had planned for. But do you think we are living together peacefully? Do you think we are in the spirit? Do we celebrate the spirit of believing and living in unity and diversity? Do you think we are able to accept other people's differences? Now, what happens when we are not able to accept these differences? What happens? What happens is, one, we know that we have different castes, different creed, different color, different food, different color faiths, different clothes, different festivals. Everything about us is different. Okay, now what happens if we are not able to accept this difference? We don't like somebody's wearing clothes, the way they eat food, the food that they eat, so we make faces. What happens when somebody makes a face to looking at us? Will we feel nice? No. So then what happens? You get that bad feeling. Okay, this person doesn't like me. Let me stay away from this person. That the other person also will feel the same. This person, I don't like this person. Let's move away from this person. So these kinds of ideas start building up, and we start thinking differently, and we start moving away from our country citizens. What happens when we start moving away from each other? What happens when we stop understanding the different person that we meet? Okay, that is when prejudices develop. Okay, you call them names, we call them by different names, we tease them, we trouble them. When they come to us, we don't want to be friends with them, we don't give them the opportunity or the chance to grow. Okay, we treat them differently. So these are things that happen when we cannot accept each other's differences. Okay, then what happens? We don't like, we form opinions. We say chi how they live, chi how they eat, this is what they eat. We start making faces, so we start creating um, a a difference of opinion in the way they think, in the way they eat, in the way they live. About everything we create an opinion, but generally this opinion is not a good one. We think that we are better, and they are not so good. Okay, the other group of people are not so good. That is what we think. Is that a correct attitude? Is that necessary? Just because you believe something and you are correct, who told you that you are correct? Did the constitution say that you are correct? Did the constitution say that that group of people that you don't like, their opinions that you don't like, are wrong? So, so who gave you this authority to decide whether another citizen of the country is worthy or unworthy, is supposed to be treated equally or not equally? Okay, so when we form opinions about these other groups of people, and we think that they are different from us, just because they are different from us, they may be rich, they may be poor, they may be from a different religion, they may be from a different state, they may be eating different kinds of food. These are the things which you think are not correct, and so you form an opinion about this person or this group of people or that community, that you don't like them. So what do? You have formed an opinion in your mind, and that opinion impacts the way you behave with those people, or you treat with them, or you do not become friends with them, you do not try to understand them. So these opinions which you have formed in your mind is called as prejudice. What is it called as? Prejudice, because you have formed this opinion against somebody without knowing them. Okay, now how do you form these prejudiced opinions? Generally, we are taught this at our homes. If our families believe that a particular community is not good, or a particular group of people is not good, or a particular religion is not good for us, okay, or a particular group of people do not need to be, you don't need to interact with those people. These are things that we learn from our homes, okay. Sometimes our friends tell us, sometimes we don't listen to our family but we listen to our friends more, so our friends tell us such things. So these are generally opinions of other people. Is it your opinion? Have you thought of it? No. So that is why somebody else is telling you. Somebody else is telling you that you have to think like this. Have you made up your mind? Have you thought? Have you gone and met that person? Have you spoken to that person? Then how can you judge that person or that group of people or that community or that kind of food or the clothes that they wear? These are things that you have just seen, observed, heard, and you have heard your parents or your friends talk about it and you have formed an opinion without using your mind. Have you used your mind? No. So this opinion that you have formed against a group of people without knowing them, just judging them, is prejudice. Okay, it is prejudice. I hope now you have understood what is prejudice. Prejudice is this opinion which you have formed without any interaction with this other group of people, just because of what you have been taught, what you have been heard, or what you have heard, sorry, or what you have felt and learnt from your friends and your family. Okay, so that is an opinion, and it is generally a negative opinion. Negative in the sense that it is not a very good opinion. Okay, it makes you treat people badly, it makes you treat people differently. Okay, so then what should you do? How do you know that that is prejudice? So basically, your opinion, you think, ये तो सही है, this is correct, this is not wrong, what I think is correct and what the other person is doing is wrong. Okay, so that is what you think. Okay, and we start believing that what we are thinking is correct and everybody else is wrong. Okay, so we will start watching those kind of programs which will tell us that yes, what you are thinking is correct and what the other group is thinking is wrong. We will not go to see anything else, we will not try to understand the other group. Okay, we will always try to do the things which make us feel that our opinion is correct. Okay, we don't try to observe or learn from others. What are the others thinking, what are they doing, or why are they behaving like this? We don't do it. Okay, this is applicable to all, everybody does this. Okay, so we start believing that our opinion is right. And negative opinion, so if you have to define prejudice, how will we define prejudice? Prejudice is the negative opinion about others and seeing them as inferior. Okay, what happens in prejudice? We look at them and this group of people that we don't like based on whatever opinion that we have formed, and then we decide that they are not worthy of our interaction, or we should not treat them properly. This is what we think, and we start treating them badly. So that is treating them as inferior. We don't treat them as equal, as our equal. Okay, we treat them badly. So we have different vessels for them, we have different you have seen this, you interact with them differently. We have different ideas of how to treat these people or that we don't like. Okay, we may not go to their homes, we don't call them at our homes, we don't go enjoy their festivals, we don't call them to join in our festivals. So there is there is no interaction or no exchange of ideas happening. Will there ever be unity then? No. So, what is prejudice? Prejudice is the negative opinion about others and treating them inferior. Okay, so that is prejudice. You need to remember this. And this can be based on the caste, on the way they look, on how they behave, okay, the clothes they wear, the color of their skin, the size of their bodies, everything. All this can create a prejudice or negative opinion, and you start treating them badly. Okay, so that is prejudice. And you need to remember one bad thing about prejudice. What happens when this prejudice keeps building up? You have been treating people badly for because of your opinion. Okay, you continue doing that for a very long time. What happens because of that? It results in unfair treatment of others, and it causes conflicts between the people and the communities. That is where there is this fight happening. Conflict because you treat somebody badly. Will they like it? No. Will they like you? No. So they are also going to respond badly to you. Ultimately, what happens? This pent up emotions comes out, and then when there is even a small little incident, it flares up, it becomes a big issue, and it can create a very big conflict or an argument or a fight between the people and the communities of different groups, okay, of different areas, different religions. It can be anything. Okay, so it can be Dalit versus the upper caste, it can be Hindus versus the Muslims, it can be anything. But why has that happened? It has happened because there are prejudice on both sides. Both groups of people feel that they are better than the others, and that is why they start treating the other group differently or badly. And when the more you ill treat somebody, the more that resentment or anger builds up, and then it creates an conflict. And this happens everywhere, not only in India, it also happens in other countries. So this is about prejudice. You need to understand prejudice. I'm going to stop here. We will continue this in the next video, but I hope you have understood what is unity in diversity and what does prejudice mean. I hope these ideas are clear now. All right, thank you. Have a nice day.